Yo, what's up, everybody? It's your boy Reezy bringing you that fresh content straight up the press, just like always. Listen, I know it's been a week since I dropped my last video, but listen, y'all, trust me, there is a reasonable explanation. Okay, so I'm a school teacher. Last week was super hectic. We had to get grades in, and this week we're on fall break, so I wanted to make sure I had everything already turned in, ready, good to go, so that way I can enjoy this week, work comes first, regardless of whatever goes on. But I really had to push through to get all of that stuff done, and it kind of pushed me back as far as creating videos. And so, but that's neither here or there, because all that matters is right now. And today we're gonna get into some Nightfall Cup reviews. All right, so I think this cup is going to be super fun. This is the cup for the month of December. The meta is going to be crazy. And so I'm just super excited about it. I feel like March Cup took forever to get over with, and I'm still in a couple of different tournaments in this March Cup thing. So without further ado, everybody, we're going to get into some battles. We're going to talk about some of the meta, and we're going to talk about some great picks. And I have a sleeper pick for you all. Trust me, I think you're going to love this one. All right, so let's get into it. All right, let's get into some of these battles. All right, so shout out to my boy Queez for helping me make this video happen, man. He's an amazing battler. Season 4, season 3, rank 10 player. So he knows exactly what he's doing as far as team comps and just battling, period. So definitely a great competition and a great person who's always helped me develop great team comps. So in this video, I kind of just threw something together as far as what I might run. I'm not sure what I am going to be running. The Nightfall Cup is going to be consisting of ice types, fighting types, normal types, ground types, and poison types. No megas are allowed in this cup, but shadows are permitted, so you can use shadows. Okay, so just be expecting that. All right, so as far as fighting types goes, there are so many different types of fighters. You have your psychic fighters like Metacham, who is going to be a very good pick in this cup. My suggestion, I'm always a spicy person. I would definitely run Cycle Cut if I were you, just because you can spam your charge moves a lot faster than you would be able to if you were running counter. Because the situation is that you run into a Toxicroak who resists those counters. Cycle Cut is going to give you that extra help there, but you also lose coverage against Scrafty, who is a dark type. The psychic move is going to work. But you're going to resist the counters from Scrafty. So it's this meta of fighters is going to pretty much check each other. Then you have like Galley that's out there who pretty much can dominate any fighters because it's a confusing user. That's a fighter. So there are so many different types of fighters that you can use that's going to give you an advantage. So just keep that in mind as far as picking your fighters. Your Mud Boys are going to be super popular. I am a super big fan of my Shadow Swampert, who led me to some clutch victories in the March Cup. So I'm definitely going to be bringing him back because Shadow Swampert definitely puts on a lot of pressure. Swampert in general puts on a lot of pressure. So it's just something to think about too, as far as Mud Boys are going to be concerned. The only grass types / poison types that you already have to worry about are the Razor Leafers, like your Shadow Vicks, your Val Plumes. I rarely see those. I'm sure if you are a skilled type of person, you're not going to even worry about those type of Pokemon because they really only serve one job, and that's to get rid of the Mud Boys, because that's only really the ground types that I think would be ran in this cup. Besides Galarian Stumpus, who was everywhere in the Sunrise Cup, but I don't think it's going to be as dominant in the Nightfall Cup just because there are so many things that can check it. So therefore, I don't think that the play is going to be as great as it was in the Sunrise Cup. But that's not to say that you're not going to see it, because he still can give you coverage as far as ice types go. you know, because of rock slide, and he can spam those rock slides. So that's something else to think about as far as picking your ground types. Normal types, I mean, as far as normal types go, you got your Wigglytuff, who can check mostly all of the fighters. The only fighter that I think, everything else takes neutral. Like Blaziken takes neutral damage, Toxicroak takes neutral damage. I mean, if you want to get spicy, Lucario, but I don't think that would be the smartest thing to do. But just if you are that type of person, hey, be my guest, run it. But just kind of throwing it out there. We already talked about ground types, talked about poison types. So, I would definitely recommend balancing everything out. You don't want too many fighters on your team because that's going to make you too predictable. One thing that I've learned in Silph Cups is that the more I see a particular type on someone's team, the greater that chance is that that person is going to be running it on their team and I'm able to defend it. And that's what has given me a couple of victories as far as some of the different cups that I've done so far. It's just paying attention to what's on someone else's team. So you don't want to overwhelm your team with too much of something. You definitely want to have one of this, one of that, one of, I mean, you probably want to have one of everything. Some things do overlap, like Toxicroak, who is a poison type and a fighting type. So some Pokemon are going to be overlapping. And then you want to find those dual types that can qualify as something else, like my spicy pick that I'll be talking about closer to the end of our discussion. So December is going to be a fun month. Like I said, I think this cup is going to be super awesome, super cool. Okay, according to PV Pope, this is going to be your top 50 picks for the Nightfall Cup. My boy Shadow Swampert is up there. Of course, I'm definitely going to run in that. Blaziken may be a good one because it's one of the only fighting types that is fire as well. In this cup, you can also run Infernape, but I think Infernape is just crazy squishy. I mean, crazy squishy. So Blaziken is kind of squishy too, but Infernape is like squishy. So, but to each his own. If you can do it, if you can manage it, definitely run it. So my sleeper pick for this cup though is going to be Jinx. Why? Because Jinx is a confusing user that is ice as well. So I will definitely take neutral damage to those counters, but that confusion damage is going to be hella massive. Okay, and it has moves that generates pretty quickly. Side Shot and Avalanche doesn't take too long. I think it's maybe 5 confusions to get to both. Could 4 or 5. I think it's like 4 or 5. But regardless, it's a great pick. So if you use it, please shout me out. I'm calling it now. Make sure you credit me for that. Please do if you do use it. All right, so meta breakdown. This graphic pretty much shows, you know, what is going to check what as far as this cup goes, right? There's nothing, I don't think, on this graphic or anything in this cup that can just wipe out everything. Everything checks whatever it is. So one strategy that I have used in the past is like running double ice or running double normal or something like that, or double debuff on mines, and that has helped because if you take out one, you still got another one to worry about. So if you want to use that strategy, basically what you're doing is you bait out whatever counters that, and then you sweep in game with the other mine that is still alive, basically. So sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't. I mean, it just depends on your strategy and how you want to build your team. But just to give you an idea of how, you know, maybe something you can try. Okay, can't be afraid to try things out here. All right, y'all. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, all that good stuff. You know it helps the channel. You know we want to continue to get these people this knowledge because they need this knowledge. All right. So fun stuff. I can't wait to December to get here to enjoy this Nightfall Cup, and I hope you do the same thing. All right. Don't forget to follow me on Twitter as well. R stands for Reezy. It's everywhere. All right. Instagram as well. All right. Until next time, holla at your boy.